Peace, everybody. It's Mr. 13 here, and I'm back with my last episode of the Sit Down for the year.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So today I got with me Anya Labella. She is a CEO, an MC, an artist, a creative.
What's the word? What's the word?
I am happy to have you with me today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So how has your day been today?
Day's been good. You know, I worked earlier and I got off, and I got off at 6 and then I stayed back at work. I was like, I knew I had to come this way. So I work in Astoria. So I took the bus and stuff over here, which was pretty quick.
Okay. So I hear that you work as a dispatcher.
Yes.
I that's a quite different job. I've never met a dispatcher before.
Tell
us what it's like working dispatching cars.
I mean, honestly, I love it. I ain't gonna even hold you. I don't do nothing at work.
Yeah.
Like, previous jobs, it was a headache to, cover jobs and stuff like that because it would be just you. But here at my job now, it's, a group of us. It'll be like 4 dispatchers and everybody gets a channel. I know my job very well. So that's why I say I really don't do nothing because like I know how to do what I have to do, So, but let it be busy and it's very hard. Yeah. Let it snow and it's very hard. And even because we have SUV drivers and they don't want to come out.
Oh, shit.
So, it's a very, I say sometimes, I end up playing like therapist to these drivers. And I tell, people at my job, I'll walk around, I'll say it every day. I'll be like, I don't get paid enough for this. Like, I got my own problems. Like, why am I sitting over here trying to talk you down off a ledge? I need to be talked down. But it's fun, though. It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Yeah.
I have a good time. And at my company I work at, they have different incentives. I would never do it. But, you could go to, like, Super Bowl. You could go to the NBA. The draft, they do all the transportation.
But you haven't taken advantage of that yet?
No, because at my job, it's cool and all of that. But once we go out of state, and let you talk to me crazy, I'm going to be flying home that night. And then they definitely going to tell me don't come back because I'm cursing everybody out because, my job, it's a corporate, company. So things are done totally different than what I'm used to. I worked at a small mom and pop company for like 10 years. I was there. And that's where I kind of gained all my experience with this. And, going from there to where I'm at now, some days I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm chicken running around with my head cut off. And not even me. It just be like, the managers and stuff, they're running around and I'm like, this is low-key chaotic. But, I ain't gonna say nothing. I just work here, so I'm gonna just do my little part and go home. But yeah.
So you got to handle all the different personalities when you're dispatching.
It's crazy you say that because that's something I talk about all the time. Yeah. Not even just the drivers. It's like I'm used to working, it's just being me and another dispatcher. He's like a little bit further down from me and we sitting in one room together. But here it's like you have to deal with so many different people and, their personalities and everything that comes with them. And I'm like, I'll be cool with anybody. I'll be cordial even if we don't like each other, But sometimes it's like just having to be in that energy, it just drains you at times. So, yeah.
You got to know how to demand respect, though.
Yes. And I've learned that, working as a dispatcher, that's definitely something that I've learned. Yeah. It's honestly made me, what I'm saying, what I am today, like how I carry myself, how I move around, because, like I was telling you, these drivers, they don't, take direction from women well. So I have to learn, how to deal with them even accordingly, So it's like, but
that's not just in dispatching. You have men like that in every
arena
of the world that you got to deal with.
That's a fact.
So I guess that's a helpful skill for you to transfer over to your
honestly,
music
it
business.
helps and it hurts.
Yeah.
It helps and it hurts because
Okay.
I grew up in a house full of boys. Like I told you, I lived with my uncle. His wife, she had 5 sons.
Wow.
They all lived in the house.
Yeah.
I was the only girl, you know, so that plus working in the industry I'm in, you know, I could see bullshit a mile away, you know, can't nobody get nothing over on me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't really take too much BS, especially when it comes from a man, because trust me, I've seen it before. I have 2 best friends that are men, you know.
Well,
Khem
growing
King.
up with 5 boys is rough. I grew up with one other boy, my brother, and we used to beat each other up all day long.
Trust me, I've seen it, you know, I've seen it.
So you definitely know how to handle, you know, the male ego, I guess you could say.
Yes, yes.
And you're also from the Bronx, right?
I am.
So what was it
Home of
like coming
hip-hop.
up? How was it like living in the Bronx?
Man, I loved it. I say, you know, like I told you, you know, I had a rough upbringing, but my childhood was the best. You know, I was going to Yankee Stadium. You know, I used to ride the bike. I grew up with boys my whole life, so you know we would be on our bikes, putting the quarter waters in the wheels, making it sound like motorcycles. Like, you know, I was running around, like I was everywhere. I went to Mount Vernon, you know, and I'm like 7, 8 years old, but I'm running behind my cousins and stuff like that. So I love, you know, how I grew up. I'm grateful that I grew up in the Bronx, especially in the era that I grew up in. It was just like it molded me. Like I said, you know, those 10 years, it made me.
Yeah. In those 10 years, what music was you listening to?
Well, my grandmother raised me, so I was an old soul.
Okay.
You know, we listened to a lot of Luther, Anita, Stephanie Mills, a lot of gospel. You know, my sister, she lived with us. My cousin is actually a producer. He was a DJ at the time. So I remember this was my first time hearing Joy and Pain. And I don't even know. It had to be like 1992, 93.
92.
Damn, I'm showing my age. But yeah, it was around that time. And that was my first time hearing that song. And Robbie Bass. And that was like one of my, you know, my inspirations.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, we got into Khem King, Foxy. I say when Missy Elliott and Timbaland hit the scene, that was like what really put me over the edge with it. I was like, okay, I want to be like Missy when I grow up. Yeah. I was like, I want to be like her.
So would you say it was around Missy's time that you decided you wanted to be a MC, or or before that?
You know, honestly, it's crazy because I don't even remember this time. God rest my aunt's soul. I wish she was here to vouch for this story. I had this Fisher Price. It was like a little karaoke machine. It was like a cassette player, and it had a microphone on the side. And they came with like maybe 2 cassette tapes. So I probably like was playing around and used up all the cassette tapes that I had that came with it. My aunt had this Cameron tape. I forgot which tape it was, but I recorded over it, and I was like freestyling. I wasn't saying nothing like, you know, with no substance, but like that was like really the first time I was like, dang, I wanted to do music. You know what I'm saying? And then I would be around my cousins, you know, we would listen to music, and we would just, you know, be saying, oh, when we get older, we gonna do this. I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like Khem, like not all the way, but you know, I'm gonna be an artist like Khem. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even remember. It was just like it was always there. Like it was just there. You know, and just over time it just grew and grew and grew. When I was about 12, I started writing poems. Okay. I used to win little contests online and stuff.
Got you.
Living with my uncle, that was like how to get me through the situations that was happening. And then from there I just started listening to instrumentals. It was funny, Kanye had dropped Through the Wire.
Okay.
And that was like another monumental moment for me. I used to listen to that song every day. Like, that really inspired me. And then, you know, just knowing his story and like it just inspired me even more. I was like, damn, I want to make beats too. You know what I'm saying? So it was just always there, laying dormant.
There. So when did you record your first track?
2006.
Okay.
Yes, I recorded. So my boyfriend at the time that I was dating, he was a producer.
Okay.
And I used to go over there. His brother would be over there making music. And, you know, he always would tell people, oh, she could spit. Yeah. And I would be like, no, you know, no, I can't. No, I don't do that. I don't know why he's saying that. Yeah. But, you know, one night we were all hanging out. We were drinking. And he was like, yo, you want to get on this track with me? And I was like, well, I don't have nothing. He was like, yo, just listen to the beat. You know, you come up with something. Let me see if you could come up with something. I was like, all right. So I was shocked at myself that I even came up with something because I was drunk as ever. But I did. We recorded it. And at the time, this was when That Piff was out.
Okay.
He dropped it on thatpiff.com. Yeah. And then him and his brother fell out with each other. And I had to catch a stray. He done took my song off. I'm like, wait, I ain't even do nothing.
He pulled the track?
Yeah, he took the track off. So, you know, that was like one of the times I was like, damn, you know, this is why I would never do music. Like, why he gonna act like that and just take my shit off? And I recorded one other song, you know, with my boyfriend at the time. We did a song. I still actually have it. It was off the Rolls Royce. Just a Vacancy. I told you my grandmother raised me, so that was one of my favorite songs. Love Don't Live Here Anymore. Right before Meek Mill did his, I did mine. Okay. And I was like, I'm going to drop it on Valentine's Day. And if I'm not mistaken, Meek dropped his on Valentine's Day. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. Nope. I don't even want to drop it.
Great minds think alike.
Yes, man. Yes. So, you know, and then from there, I didn't record again till almost, well, it was like 2016. I went to the studio, recorded something, but it wasn't, you know, nothing really serious. It was a dope song, but, you know, I was just hanging with my best friend. You know, another one of those situations. Yo, you want to get on this with me? Yeah. And it never went nowhere. But yeah.
But fast forward now you still out there, you still working, you kept with it.
Yes. And I'll say it kept calling me. Yep. It kept calling me.
I just was at your event for your album, your EP release.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yeah, it was dope. You had a good turnout. The Labella Diaries is out now, Volume 1.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the inspiration behind putting that project together.
It was a lot of inspiration because it was like building up, you know, these past 5 years. I've been working on music. You know, sometimes I would find myself working with the wrong people. So I would be like, oh, you know, I'm not going to do music no more. And, you know, this year I was like, okay, I'm just going to drop whatever music I have out and that's it. I'm not doing this no more. It was another one of those situations where that happened. You know, it took for somebody that I didn't even know, rest in peace, Woody, to really put that battery in my back and believe in me. So it made me believe in myself. And, you know, I knew I had some dope music, you know, in the vault. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to put something together eventually. And then it took, you know, Khem King, he jumped out and I was like, damn, wait a minute. I was ahead of you at first. So it was like I tried to chase him. But, you know, all of those things combined, what inspired me to really, you know, do it. I was like, listen, it's either now or never, honestly. You know, we ain't getting no younger, so I ain't want to wait another day.
And now you have the project out, and you released it on all platforms.
Yes, all streaming platforms, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. I think it's even on YouTube.
Yeah. When you first started rapping, did you ever think you would have a project on all stream? Well, there was no streaming back then.
Yeah. No, honestly, I didn't. You know, especially once I started working, I was like, I'm just going to be working for the rest of my life. That was like a figment of my imagination, really. And I always would write, even still, you know, I always wrote music because it was an escape for me, you know, and I was like, damn, even now I'm still kind of like on cloud 9 because I can't believe I'm at this point. So much good stuff has happened, you know, ever since I met Woody, especially. So much dope stuff has happened in my life. And I'm like, yo, I'm like overwhelmed. some days I want to cry.
Yeah.
Even at my EP release with all those people that were there, my god sister came down from upstate, and I was like, I pinned her in the corner, and I'm like, yo, I was like, there's so many people here. She was like, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. I'm like, but I don't know them. So you know, it's just, man, it's just dope, man. It's
that's
a dope
powerful
feeling. Yes.
to be able to pull out people that you don't really know to come and support you in your moment of success, because you know, you achieve something that not a lot of people get to do.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. So this project is out on your own label.
Yes, sir. Barz Express.
Barz Express with a Z.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the label. Tell us how and why you put that together.
I put it, you know, I told you I started, Khem King was a part of the start, you know what I'm saying? And we had came up, like we was going to do this music thing together. And I was like, okay, well, if we going to do it together, we going to do it on our own. Like, you know, I wasn't really looking like, oh, I got to get on, so I got to do this. Like, I just wanted to be able to drop my music. Like, you know, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, well, no, we got to get, you know, even though people going to get their cut either way. But, like, I want to be the owner of that. Like, I don't want to have to go to nobody and say, hey, can I do this? Like, I don't ever want it to be that. So, you know, I knew we needed something. And then we just sat up one day and, you know, I'll never say I came up with it on my own, because we all as a collective, you know what I'm saying, we were bouncing ideas off of each other as far as the logo, you know what I'm saying, what was the meaning of Barz Express. Like, I was pretty much the lead at the time, you know, I was the one, you know, making all the music. Like, they was supporting me, because honestly I was supposed to be the one dropping the EP, and then everybody was going to be featured on it with me, and then from there everybody would break off and do their own thing. So it was always a group effort. You know, but it was centered around me and the fact that, you know, I had bars, and them bars was coming quickly, so we came up with Barz Express.
Gotcha.
And you know, we did that 5 years ago, and it wasn't until this year that I actually started doing something with it. Yeah. So it took a minute. It took a minute. Yeah.
But now you got the ball rolling.
Yes.
And you mentioned Khem King. He is the president of Barz Express. How did you guys link up and meet?
Well, we linked up through work. We worked at a job back in 2017 together. It's crazy because we first met, you know, and we hit it off, and we was just cool, laughing, joking. And like, you know, when you dispatching, sometimes you have like them 2 hours of downtime. So we used to listen to music. We would listen to the radio, actually, 107.5. Now, he's a singer. Now, I'm not a singer, but I could hold a little note here and there. So day 26 is where, like, we really, like, I was like, yo, nah, we got to do something together. Yeah. Because the way he was singing, and I was just like singing because we knew the song. So, you know, it was like, damn, man, we should start doing this. And, you know, it was just a little talk, and nothing ever went nowhere from there. But, you know, we ended up working together again at another job. And like I said, my boy that I started everything with, he was coming to my house. Yeah. So, you know, and Khem wasn't even cool with him. I brought Khem in. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this music thing with Keith. I'm doing it with my other boy. Like, I want you to be a part of this. Like, you're a singer. Yeah. I need a singer. Like, I can't sing. You know what I'm saying? So, and from there, like, we just been, like he said, bro and sis. Like, like I told you, you know, I don't really have a lot of family. I do have a sister, you know, but we're not close because, you know, I've spent so much time running around and being separated. So he's really like one of my biggest, like, that's my family. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love his family dynamic. You know, he has his mom, his dad. So seeing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it softens up my heart. Gotcha. Because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I never had that. Okay. But I appreciate seeing him with his family, and, you know, they love me too. Yeah. So, you know, it's just all around, it's great.
I hear you. Besides Khem, who are some other members of Barz Express? Do you have anybody else down with the team right now?
No, not right now. It's just me and Khem, CEO. Okay. Like I said, I'm just starting to hit the ground running with everything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I've had it just lying around. I wasn't doing nothing with it. Like I said, last year I wasn't even going to be doing this. I was thinking of ways to change the name because I wanted to go with the real estate thing. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna change this, but we here now. So I'm just going day by day, man. Day by day.
But you mentioned Woody. He inspired you to get this rolling and get you out there. How did you meet Woody? Tell us a little bit about Woody.
We was at, I forgot again what he said. I think he said the Algorithm 3.
Yeah.
For S Street Media. Shout out to S Street Media. Math, what up? And it's crazy because I didn't even know Math at that time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I walked into the place. Khem was standing there with Woody. He introduced me to him. And from there, it was like I knew Woody all my life. He wanted me to perform that night. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm not even doing music. Like, don't ask me that. But, he stayed on top of me. Like, he would call me. That was I don't talk to many people. I spoke to Woody every other day.
Yeah.
Every other day. And I'm not talking about like no 10, 15 minutes. It would be like 2 hours, 3 hours. We would just be talking about everything under the sun. It was like, he was an older brother to me, uncle. Like, it was just dope to talk to him.
Yeah.
And just him, like I said, believing in me, that made me believe in myself. I ain't never had that before. Like, I've been around plenty of people. They say they believe in you. You know what I'm saying? But, like, when I met Woody, like, I actually felt it. And I was like, damn, it gave me, like, I swear to you, it gave me, like, this new pep, like, just from knowing Woody. Like, and it's crazier is that I didn't even really know Woody.
Yep.
Like, I didn't even know Woody like that. And that man is a legend. Mm-hmm. Like, that man is a Williamsburg legend. Like, you know what I'm saying? We never got in depth. We was just like scratching the surface with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I have so many layers. You know what I'm saying? He has so many layers because of course we just meeting each other. You're not gonna like say your whole life story. You're not gonna give all of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that,
Yeah, we lost him unfortunately too early.
Yes.
A good brother. He was on the show. He was episode 7 of the Sit Down.
Yes.
If you want to check that, it's Mr. 13 and Spazer.
Yes.
He was a
let
graphic
me do
designer.
His thing. That's my boy.
Yeah, go check that out. Go support that. He was a wonderful graphic designer, an amazing clothing designer. I have some clothing that he gave to me and a painting that's on my wall. Rest in peace to Woody.
Dope creator, man.
Yeah, he was very inspirational. We were about to reshoot the Vandal Hour together.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we never got to do that because he passed away. Mm-hmm. So rest in peace to Woody.
Rest in peace, Woody. We love you.
We know that he's proud of you now. Mm-hmm. He's up there looking down.
Man, I'm telling you, Woody is my motivation every day. Like, he is the reason for all of this. For anybody out there that want to know, you know what I'm saying? I've lied around, just like I said, I've been in a box, literally, and it was like a ticking time bomb. Yeah. And Woody put that other battery in my back, and I was like, yo, can't nobody fuck with me. Yeah. Like, I knew Woody was right there behind me. Like, it was crazy, man. I miss that dude, yo.
Yeah,
I really miss him.
I definitely miss him. I just want to take a note that we are in a barbershop recording this episode.
Yes, man. I wish I could see.
We always record in the barbershop, but tonight is a little wild out there.
You can hear them? You can hear them?
They going nuts in the background. It's a little live in the barbershop today.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
If y'all hearing that, you're like, damn, what's going on in there?
Yeah, it's a party. We going to go out there after,
For those who don't know this, I have the Merry Christmas shirt on.
I seen the drip. I said I should have worn my hat. I started to bring my Christmas hat, But I was like, nah, you know, I ain't gonna do it to him. You know,
oh, shit.
It's only Thursday. Word, I should have brought it.
I designed this joint right here.
Ooh, I like that.
I wanted to wear it for the interview.
Yes.
Because we're just a few days away from Christmas.
You got an extra small?
Oh shit! I wish I did, man. It's 101. This is 101.
Okay. I like that though. Damn.
So
that's dope.
Yeah, definitely. You know, maybe we could talk off air. Maybe get something going.
We definitely gonna get something going. We definitely gonna get a lot of things going.
Anything planned for the holidays?
Nope. You know, my EP release was the biggest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. Like I said, I've been working. You know, so it took me a month to plan that whole thing out. A lot of money went into it. So for the next month, I'm actually at work.
Okay.
I'll probably be off one day, which is the 28th, but I'm working straight through the new year. Yeah. You know, it's time. I got to get ready for that next EP, you know. So I said I wanted to actually, you know, chill a little bit because I've been running since like July.
Wow.
Literally, I've been working, going to shows, doing, you know, different events. You know, so it's been taking a toll on me, and I want to give myself that mental break as well. Okay. You know, so I could just reset and hit the ground running. You know, again, I already have a couple of songs that I'm working on. Yeah. I actually have 2 of them done, so I may drop a EP on Valentine's Day. Okay. But that's just going to be a straight drop. You ready
to go back to back on them?
Yeah. I said you know, like I said, now Woody got me started. Yeah. I can't stop. Yeah. I can't stop. Like, and I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? I'm like surrounding myself with different people, you know, and I'm learning so much. So, I got a lot of stuff coming. You
just dropped the video too.
Yeah. I dropped the video back in September. It's crazy because I plan to do this video. I called Woody that Thursday and I said, I set it up with the dude. I'm going to do my video. And it was funny because I found him on IG and he was following Woody. Okay. And I was like, well, if he following Woody, then I know he's good. So I started following him. And for like 3 weeks, I just kind of like, I forgot what you call it, but for 3 weeks, I was just following him, you know, looking at the videos that he posted. And then one day he posted that, you know, he had a deal going on to shoot a video. So I was like, all right, I hit him up. And then I set everything up with him. I hit Woody and told him I was doing the video. He was like, send me the address. I'm going to be there. Okay. And he pulled up. Oh, and word? He was there. Yes. Like, oh, damn. And another crazy thing with me is that, like, I don't take pictures. I'm not, like, very photogenic. That's why you see, even at my EP release, it's crazy. I didn't get no pictures with anybody till the end of the night. People was like, yo, let's take a picture. Because that's not even a thought in my mind. Like, I'm just so in the moment. Like, I don't even be like, my phone will be all the way over there. Yeah. But Woody, he got me into taking pictures more. So it was crazy. That day, I was doing a video, and I was just recording me, him, and the director. Yeah. And I was like, yo, I'm so grateful that I did that, because I look back and I watched that video. He was talking just to hear his voice. That's why I check out Y'all Sit Down, just to hear his voice. Yeah. Because like I said, I talk to him every other day, and I be, you know, it's like, it's crazy when people pass on, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, you just start to miss certain things, and like hearing their voice.
It's tough. One minute they're there and the next they're not, and it's hard to wrap your brain around it.
Oh my God, for real. And that's like, you know, like I said, I lost my aunt the year before, and I said, man, I can't handle another one. Yeah. And, you know, out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, it happened again. And I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, when Woody passed, I was like, yo, I'm going back in my bubble. Yeah. That's it. I'm just working. I don't care about nothing. Like, I don't even want to do nothing. I'm just going to work, go home. I had, you know, finally found a place out in Jersey. So I was, you know, secure with a place. I'm like, yo, I'm going to just, you know, work and just live my regular old life. Yeah. I'm not even doing nothing. I don't even want to do this no more. Like, how is it that the person that, like, pushed me the most, like, you know, now he's not here. But fast forward to today, I know Woody is still with me every step of the way. So
So why was it Woody that made you say, yeah, I'm gonna keep going? Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I told you, I have his, he gave me a painting, and he wanted to always give me a painting after every showcase. Yeah. You know, he was always like, oh, go take it, whatever one you want. A couple of days before he passed, we had an event at the Living Gallery.
Okay.
He had this, he had this piece, right? So he was like, you know, he always do this thing, pick it. And I would never take it because they would be in the middle of the event. So I didn't want to like go and just snatch it off the wall.
Right off the wall.
I wanted to leave it and then get it later. So that night I walked in, and it was crazy because my birthday was the day before, and I got trashed. I barely made it. I wasn't even gonna go, and Woody was like, yeah, it's okay if you don't make it, but I knew he was gonna be mad if I didn't go. So I was like, I gotta get my shit together. So I made it, and he was like, yeah, you could pick, you know, any painting you want. I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, just not that one. And literally my eyes was glued to it. And he was, it's the one, I don't know if you even know, he has like all the different stickers on it.
Yeah.
So he was like, nah, not that one. I was like, damn, that's the one I had my eye on. So, you know, he just inspired me so much. And it was crazy because Woody, he was, you know, I was like, damn, I'm shy, I'm introverted, but Woody was like really introverted. Like, he was like, nah, I don't want to be, I was trying to get him to be in my video. He was like, nah, it's your day, man, do your thing, you shine. I'm like, all right. But I really wish he would have gotten that video with me. And
that video, pardon me, that video was for a song on the project that you just dropped? Which song was it?
That's Wait.
Okay.
You know, I dropped Wait back in May, and you know, like I said, it took me a while to get to this point, and I would perform that at a couple of showcases, and everybody, you know, they was like, damn, that's a dope song. I got so many great reviews and rants back from people. I'm like, damn, okay, if I do an EP, I'll make Wait the first single. And then when I, you know, made everything set in stone, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna push Wait. And that was the first song. And even the director was like, yo, Blizzard, he was like, nah, we doing Wait first. I sent him 3 songs, and he was like, nah, we doing Wait first. I already have a couple. He was like, I already know how we gonna do it. I was like, all right, bet, I'm following your lead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I've been learning all this stuff. This was the first, actually it wasn't the first video. I shot a video for Price of Freedom, but that was like a little small, you know, something. I didn't do nothing on this scale. So I was like, yo, I'm following your lead. And, you know, I came up with a couple of ideas, and we got together, got the spot. I actually used the garage of my job. I was like, hell no, we gonna use all these resources.
Nah, you had a nice garage.
Yeah.
There was a bike in there.
Yeah, the bike was at I forgot what the spot is called, but it's like one of those, you know, spots where you could do photo shoots and videos and stuff. So, yeah, man.
I liked the video. It was good quality, man.
Yes.
Who shot it for you?
Blizzard. Director Blizzard? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, Blizzard, shout out to Blizzard.
Yeah,
you did a good job on that.
You know what's crazy? That's why I say I'm like surrounding myself with all these different people. You know, when I was watching him, seeing what he was posting, I didn't really see no celebrities until I told him, okay, I want to book with you. From that point on, he did New York Fashion Week with Coy Leroy.
Oh, wow.
He just did something for Fabio Foreign, and he had 4-1, you know, Tata and all of them. So I was like, damn, this is a legend that I'm working with. I done put myself in this position. So, you know, I feel like everything has just been working out for the good. Wait, that's the first track.
Make sure y'all go check that out.
First single off Labella Diaries.
What are you going to follow that up with?
I think, honestly, I'm going to follow it up with Options. Because I don't want, for me, my music is much different from, you know, what's out there today. And I've always been that way. The way I've written my music is just, you know, it's my life, what I've been through, what I've experienced, what I've seen. So I just put that into music. But I want to follow Wait Up with Options because that's another bouncy joint. You know, so I want to keep it on the same pace for but I'll take y'all down a little.
Okay.
But But yeah.
So you thinking of doing a total of 3 of them?
I'm probably just gonna do options, and then that's gonna be it. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot a video for options. I might shoot a video. I don't know yet. Still thinking about it.
No, don't think about it.
I know.
We're in a visual era.
Word, for real. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's where, I lack, and it doesn't have to be overthought. That's something that everybody tells me, but I am an overthinker. I overthink everything all the time. That's why it took me so long to drop this music, because I've been overthinking everything about it. But, I've realized that doing these videos, it doesn't take much. You know what I'm saying? I was always scared because I'm like, oh my God, you have to do so much. Oh, I got to get a spot. Oh my God, I got to get girls. I don't have that many friends. I need people to come out for me, but I've learned that it could just be you, and, you could be sitting on a street corner and you could make a dope video. So, but I'm still, in the works. I got so much that I'm working on. I don't know which direction I'm going to go. Okay. But, look out for options, the video.
It should be coming.
Next EP going to be coming after that.
I always push people. Listen, the people out there, they are glued into the visuals nowadays.
Yes. So, and I try to keep, because don't like to be on photos, any videos. This is like one of the 4th interviews I've done. Okay. And I've gotten more comfortable with, doing these things because this is a part of it. But, my content, you know what I'm saying? That's a big part of it. You have to be on camera. You have to be out there. You know what I'm saying? So another barrier that's being broken down.
Well, you're brave. You're doing it. You're knocking them down.
Yes.
So you say you got a lot of things that you're working on. You want to drop something by February.
Yeah, I want to do a Valentine's Day EP.
Okay, so this is gonna be like a concept project.
Yeah, it's actually 3 love songs.
Okay.
I have, like I said, I already have 2 of them recorded. I may re-record them just because, again, like I said, I hate the way I sound. Yeah. I've actually hooked up with this dope producer. His name is Mason. Shout out to Mason. We got something in the works too.
Nice.
But, I want to get with him and, you know what I'm saying, bounce a couple of ideas off of him and see if, I could liven it up a little bit more. And then I'll just drop those 3 tracks for Valentine's Day, because it was always my goal to drop something on Valentine's Day. I told you I did the Rolls Royce Love Don't Live Here No More, and the date was supposed to be Valentine's Day. So I always wanted to do something, for Valentine's Day. So I really want to, this is something that's really special to me.
That's dope. That's dope. And okay, so you've been working on that concept for a while.
Yeah. Honestly, it was all last year. Last year, I was working with somebody and, we were vibing. Yeah. I was recording a lot of music. I was just writing.
And you rapping on this and singing, or are you just going to be
I'm going to try to sing. Yeah. But, that's why I said I want to bounce some ideas off of Mason and see where his head at. So, we could come up with something, because I could probably, switch it up.
Gotcha.
Do a little singing, do a little rapping. Because right now, the way one of the songs is, I'm straight rapping on it. Okay. And I want to change that. Yeah. I want to get a little softer so, people can see I got a whole nother side of me that, so yeah.
You're going to show them a different side on this one. She said, whoa.
Okay.
And these are love songs. Is there a person who motivated these songs behind them?
Oh no! Oh no!
No,
honestly, I
no just dedications.
I like I said, I like to write music. Yeah. I like to listen to beats. I will listen to any type of beat. I've have a very large range with music, but it's just I was feeling these beats. Yeah. I wrote some dope love music, heartbreak music. So I just want to share that. It was always something that I wanted to share, and
I look forward to hearing that, man.
Yes.
We're gonna bring you back to talk about that too.
Oh yes, of course, yes.
So besides the music, excuse me, I don't know why. Well, maybe it's from a little bit of the smoking.
Yep. It'll do it to you.
I gotta get me a bottle of water to keep to the side over here. But besides the music, you mentioned that you want to get into real estate.
Yes.
So, what is it about real estate that attracting you to it?
So, I'm always around bossy people. So my boy, I say he's a little brother to me. I was living with him last year. He had a house out in Brooklyn, within my transition when I was moving around and stuff. But he actually inspired me to get into real estate. So last year he bought his first house.
Okay.
And, he would come home and tell me all the ins and outs about it. And at that time, my credit was crap. I didn't know nothing about credit. I didn't know nothing about real estate. So we would talk about it and he would just tell me, different ways that you could, buy a house, all the different stuff that he was doing. So it was in the back of my head, but I wasn't really thinking about it because I had so much other stuff going on. And then, he bought another house. And then fast forward to this year, he's bought an apartment building. So now it's like, okay, it was in the back of my head, but now it's moved to the front of my head. And now I'm like, okay, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I need a different stream of income.
Yeah.
And what better way than to get a house? You know what I'm saying? And he already told me the blueprint. So I'm like, okay, now I want to do that.
Yeah.
So the first thing was I needed to start working on my credit, which gratefully during last year I had the opportunity where I could just focus on fixing my credit.
Yeah.
And now, my credit is up to a 732. I know that's pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
So, I got my credit up now. So now I'm just working towards, doing the other things because honestly, I didn't know fixing your credit, that shit is hard.
Yeah, that's
It
tough.
takes a lot of work. So, I'm still working on getting my credit straight so that way when I do go, to the banks and everything like that and they have to run all of these different reports, everything, is solid.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to stop working a 9 to 5. I want to stop working for other people. I really want to work for myself. I've been surrounded by bosses my whole life, so I know, you know what I'm saying? I could do anything I put my mind to, really. But, that's something that I've, it's just in me. My aunt, she had 3 different businesses. She was dealing with cars. She had her own credit fixing company. And she actually was in the process of getting a building because she wanted to open up a rehab center.
Yeah.
Her and my sister's godmother, they were going to do something together because my sister's godmother is actually like a big name in the Bronx.
Okay.
She works, with the mayor, with the mayor's office, the city hall. Like she works very close with them.
Yeah.
So, that was something that they were planning before she passed on. And now I feel like honestly it's like the spirit of my aunt has like literally went into my body.
Yeah.
Her and Woody, because they're my motivation behind a lot of stuff, when I'm doing this, like I'm always thinking of them.
Before, we were just talking about the real estate and the inspiration. Is it something that you picture yourself owning multiple buildings?
Yes. I honestly, like I said, I want to get, a big compound where, we could throw events, there's like little offices. I've actually seen a couple of buildings because I'm, heavy on that manifestation.
Yeah. So
I've already started looking, at buildings. Like it's going to be hard to find something out here.
Yeah.
But, that's something that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
I want to get, at least 2 houses, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to have other streams of income.
Yeah.
And I want solid streams. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to go and ask this person, let me get this money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to have that coming in. Like, I don't even have to worry about it. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm, getting wires, deposits, you know what I'm saying? Because it's time, like I said, my boy who's like a little brother to me, I'm watching him do this stuff and I'm like, okay, he's doing it, and it's like all of these things are like seed planters for me. People come to me and we're talking and, they'll tell me something and in that moment I might not, do nothing with it, but after a while, I'm not gonna hold you, it comes back to me, and I'm like, okay, no, I gotta do that.
You gotta take advantage of these ideas, man.
For real.
I'm trying to do some real estate as well. Actually, I've been looking into different houses and areas, and just trying to learn the lingo of it all. And from what I know, like they say, the mortgages are high because the feds keep raising the interest rates.
But that's gonna, just like my boy was telling me, he was like, everything is high right now, but eventually it's gonna come down. And New York is not the best place to even be looking. Where my boy has bought these houses is up in Cortland.
Okay.
So the first house he bought, this is what like kind of I was like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
He bought that house. He rehabbed it. He got some loan money back, and then that September, because that was July, he got the house. Yeah. So by September, he had it rehab ready to go, and he had college students moving in.
Yeah.
And their parents paid up to 6 months of the rent.
Nice.
Because it's like a rental pretty much. So I was like, damn, that was like an eye opener for me. I'm like, yo, I need to get in on this.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I gotta do this. But I was saying I gotta do this, but really, like I said, I had so much going on at the time, I really wasn't thinking about it. And then, after he got his second one and, things was moving, I'm like, okay, now I gotta get my thing going.
Yeah.
So
we got your partner in here coming. He interrupting the interview over here. Yo, Khem, man.
The president.
It's real today, man. We live in the barbershop, man. We live in the barbershop.
I like this, though. We live in the shop.
Yeah.
What's this called? What's this? Cook Up, right? This is cook up.
We at Cook's Barbershop.
Cook's Barbershop.
Cook's Barbershop out here in Ridgewood, New York. We got a full house. We got all the Bushwick boys in the building today.
They was getting their cuts.
Getting their cuts, drinking their
pulled out,
Yeah.
It was a whole vibe in here. It was, I know, I see that. I said, damn, this is my kind of.
When there's fights, we watch the fights in here.
I gotta pass through, man. This is, listen.
There's a studio right there in the back.
I'm a girl's boy, or whatever they say.
We're about to go and listen to some beats in a minute.
Yeah. Yes, we gonna chill for a minute.
But before we were interrupted, get back to you. Okay, you're doing the real estate. You're actually planning to get into the real estate eventually.
Next year, sometime. I'm not gonna say. Like I said, all of this stuff, it takes time. Yeah. It's so tedious. But right now, I'm just focused on the music and getting Barz Express out there. Yeah. And. Eventually I'm gonna work my way back. I ain't stopped working at it.
Would you consider signing other artists? Are you looking for artists?
I mean, honestly, listen, if somebody wants to sign the Barz Express, you are more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any I'm not looking for any particular type of artist. You don't have to have a particular type of sound. Yeah. Like I said, I have a wide range. I'm listening to techno, house, so listen, Barz Express, we are ready and willing to take anybody, Right now, we in the beginning stages, so, you come on, we going to have to work together,
Getting at the ground level.
Yes, and we will build this up as a team,
Facts.
So if anybody wants to join, they are more than welcome. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, no, this is a secret society. You can't get in here.
This is a blood oath situation.
Right.
You're a made man or a made woman when you get into Barz Express.
There's only one way in and one way out.
That's funny. But if someone wanted to contact you to get down with you, let them know where they can follow you and everything.
You can find me on Instagram at Anya_Labella 87. If you don't know how to spell that, that's ANYA_Labella LABBELLA. I don't even know how to spell. LABELLA 87, and that's on IG. And that's really where you can find me. I'm always, on IG. yeah, you can find me on IG, or you hit me on IG and get my number, and I'm always available. I work every day, but like I said, I pretty much do nothing at work.
She's there. She's waiting to get this hustle on, man.
Yes.
Make sure y'all listen to her new project, Labella Diaries Volume 1, out on all streaming platforms. Make sure you check out that video. Wait.
Yes.
Produced by Blizzard, directed by Blizzard?
Yes, directed by Blizzard. The beat is actually produced by Hunger Force Beats. Nice. He's actually a California producer. A lot of people was like, that got a West Coast feel to it. Right. Like I said, I don't discriminate on any type of beat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I heard it. It was dope. And yeah, I got a lot more coming. So please go listen to Labella Diaries. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on IG. Hit me up below the video. Let me know what you think. I'm always looking for feedback, and I hardly ever get it. I'm like, damn, am I just that good?
No, she gets busy, man. That's why she's here on the sit down with Mr. 13. All right,
yes,
we don't put no slouches in this chair, man. Right. Everybody that sits in my chair is somebody that I heard and I believe in. So it's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
Yes, and I appreciate you for having me. Seriously, thank you so much for this. Thank you.
I want to thank you for coming out. Everybody who's watching, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back next year.
Subscribe.
Next year.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Christmas and Merry New Year and all of that and all of that.
Peace.